Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel where we talk about how to build credit, how to establish relationships with banks and financial institutions, and most importantly, how to get you access to high limit credit funding. If that's something you like to listen to, we definitely welcome you to subscribe. If not, you could always like, share, or even just comment down below. So for today's video, I have a follow-up to a video that I did the other day, and this particular credit union is getting a lot of buzz, a lot of applications right now. And this is AODFCU. So since the initial video that we put out, myself as well as a lot of subscribers and clients have actually applied and have been approved for membership and for credit cards and other loan products with AODFCU. So I just wanted to update you guys with a couple more data points and just more information that I've been able to gather through the process, as well as speaking directly with the branch manager on several different occasions. So the first thing is membership. A lot of people are asking, what are the requirements for membership? So there's a drop-down menu of different employee and group organizations and affiliations. So the way that I joined was through AUSA, the Association of the U.S. Army, or United States Army. So that's the way that I joined. Now, there was a question because it's listed as an employer group. So when you go through the application, when you get to the employment section, if you selected AUSA, it's going to pre-populate it. So all you have to do is just change that information and then fill in your own, fill in whatever your employer information is, or if you're self-employed, whatever. When you get to like the final stage of like the application process, it'll still show the affiliation, the original affiliation from the drop-down menu, but then your employer information will be whatever you enter. So I think that's just like a little bug in their system. I'm not 100% sure, but you could definitely join through that avenue. So a couple people have asked me, do they verify your affiliation? So from my understanding, I don't think they do. I don't know if they do that later on, but I would highly doubt it, just given how small the credit union is and the influx of applications. Now, if that's something they do later down the road, I always just err on the side of caution. So at least, you could pick whatever the affiliation is, the AUSA, and then just make sure that once they actually do the follow-up call with you, because everyone's application goes pending until someone follows up with you, they got to make sure that your $25 minimum deposit for the savings account goes through, and then once that hits their system, then you're officially a member. But I don't know if they follow up with it. I don't think they do, but don't take my word for it. You know what? It's funny because I actually applied for the AUSA after my application was actually submitted. So that's the reason why I don't think that they verify it during the application. But I would just make sure once they follow up with you that it's whatever association that you've joined. So that's one thing. And then in terms of the application process, like I mentioned, they pull Equifax just for membership. So the mistake, I'm not going to say the mistake, but what I didn't do, so what I was intending on doing was just becoming a member first and then, applying for credit at a later point. But when I did the application on Friday, they hard pulled, basically immediately after, hitting that submit button, I got a Credit Karma alert. So then I was just like, wow, okay, I should have just applied right then and there, because my initial thought was, if I apply for membership today and I'm not able to get the credit application in, then once I eventually apply for the credit application, then I'm going to have to take another inquiry. But through conversation that I've had with the branch manager, and we spoke on the phone for about 40 minutes, and, side note too, like, just the vibe that I get from this particular institution, it's kind of like Navy Federal, like in terms of, the way that they treat their customers, great customer service, very friendly, customer service. And they've also been working really hard lately, just with the influx of applications. They close, I believe, at like 5, but they've been working like later. Like I got off the phone probably like around 7:30 with one of the branch managers. So definitely seems like a credit institution that you'd want to be with. Similar to Navy Federal in terms of like the customer service, I could say, but just a much smaller credit union. So, they're much more personable, and the process is more of a manual review rather than like an automatic, credit application or anything like that. But anyways, from the branch manager, she informed me that the hard pull that you get during your initial membership is good for a month. So even if you get that membership today and you can apply for a credit card the next day, and then if you want, and this is what I've done already, I was eventually applied for the credit card yesterday on Monday, got that for 10,000, and I kind of lowballed myself because I didn't, I didn't want to come off as like, yeah, like I want 25, 30,000. I just, just kind of played it conservatively. I didn't want to, raise any alarms or anything like that. Although, I could have asked for 20, but I just wanted to come off as more humble. So I got the 10K. She did ask for verification of, income. So one thing that they do, so like I said, they pull Equifax, but at least in my situation, I don't know if that was the case for everyone else who applied for a credit card, but the they do look at your debt to income. I know that's a part of their assessment of whether you're approved or denied. So they can confirm what your debt is based on what's reporting on your Equifax report, and then they'll verify your income to, calculate your debt to income. So I know that's one of the requirements. At least for me, I had to verify my income. I don't know if that's the case for everyone. And then going back to the Visa signature. So the Visa signature, I also found out the cash advance interest rate is the same as the regular interest rate. So I got like 9.9%. I think the lowest is 7.24%. So it's the same rate. Usually cash advance rates, if you want to pull cash off the credit card, is much higher. Like most credit cards, it's like, 20% or higher. But here they told me that it's the same. The only difference is the cash advance doesn't have that, you don't get the 25-day grace period before the interest kicks in, as opposed to like regular purchases. Regular purchases, you do get the 25-day grace period, but with the cash advance, the interest is accrued immediately. But at the same time, it's still pretty low relative to a lot of other credit card issuers. So I thought that was a great thing. But again, as I was mentioning, for those of you who've already got the Visa signature, you can definitely take advantage of that hard pull if you want to also add a line of credit, which is what I did. I applied for that today, so that's pending. So I'm going to see what happens with that. And the reason why is because the reason why I applied for that after she told me that, because I felt like I lowballed myself with only the 10K limit. So hopefully I could redeem myself and get a little bit of extra in the form of a line of credit. The ironic thing about the line of credit is that the line of credit actually has a higher interest rate than the credit card. So like you're going to pay less on the cash advance if you do that with the Visa signature versus just pulling money off with the line of credit. Although with the line of credit though, you're not paying that interest immediately. So that's it's slightly higher, but you're not paying immediately. So the line of credit, I believe you still get that grace period to pay that interest. So yeah, I mean, definitely take advantage of that hard pull, double dip, because that's definitely what I did. So some other data points in terms of approval. So a couple people did reach back out to me who weren't able to get approved, and some of the reasons being having too many accounts, which it's kind of ironic because I probably have about 60 accounts reporting on my credit report. But also another thing too, if you have recently opened accounts and recent inquiries, I think the recently opened accounts is probably more of a factor. So if you have new accounts within, let's say, the past 3 to 4 months, then that could be a factor in you not getting approved for like a Visa signature or any other product there. But other than that, in terms of like credit scores, like I posted a screenshot of an approval where, you know, the applicant got $20,000 with only a 657 Equifax score. And remember, credit score is not the end all be all. It's not all about your score, right? The numeric score, you know, it's more about your overall profile. So don't look too much into the actual score, because two people with the same exact credit score could have vastly different credit profiles. And one person might get approved for a lot more than the other with the same exact score. So I would always just take credit scores with a grain of salt. And yeah, the limits seem to be pretty decent. Remember, the Visa signature is going to be a minimum of 5K. So far, like, I've had subscribers who've gotten 25,000, 20,000, 15, 10,000. So I haven't seen anything less than 10K for the Visa signature. So, and like I said, since I posted that video back on Friday, there's been at least 10 people who've reached back out to me to let me know that they got approved. So for those of you who have any applications pending, wish you all the best luck. This seems to be a pretty good credit union, so I'm glad I came across it and was able to share this information with you. But yeah, I just wanted to follow up with some additional information to give you guys, you know, to help you, you know, better navigate the process. And yeah, so yeah, definitely let me know if anyone else gets approved. Yeah, definitely, you know, share in the comment section of, you know, what your approval amount was and what your overall experience was like. And yeah, like I said, the last point I wanted to make with this video is, if you got that hard pull, you know, within the last 30 days, you could definitely double dip. So definitely take advantage of that, because that's pretty rare. I know a lot of institutions, they'll hard pull you even if you apply on, you know, one day after the next, they'll still hard pull you. So the fact that they're using the same credit score to see if you qualify for other credit products, that's a huge bonus. You know, most situations I wouldn't do that, but you know, no harm, no foul. You know, the worst they could say is no. You know, I already got the 3% signature Visa, so there's really nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I just want to put out this quick video. I did also find out that there's other cooperative credit unions they're in a co-op. So you can call AODFCU and find out where the nearest credit union is in your area that has shared branches. So you could basically go in and conduct all the same transactions you would as if you were at AODFCU, but you're just at a different credit union. There's a lot of credit unions that are part of this co-op, so you could go to that credit union and withdraw money, deposit money, pull out money from your credit card, whatever you have to do. You could do it at these shared branches. So definitely call in and to see. And when I actually did that, I actually came across 2 new credit unions that I've never heard about. I'm gonna drop videos on those. Check those out. See what type of credit products they're offering. So yeah, definitely let me know your experiences. And until next time, y'all take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.